Vanakkam everyone. Thank you all for being such great hosts. We've enjoyed our time the last 2 days here in Coimbatore. I'm from Tamil Nadu. I'm a Chennai Ponnu. So hopefully at the end of this session, I'll kind of be convinced that Coimbatore is better than Chennai. So it's on all of you to convince me that this city is better than Chennai, right? My heart, my soul, all of it is in Chennai. But thank you all very much for joining us for this session. We thought it was only fitting that the last session of the India Today Conclave is fully focused on the city of Coimbatore. Kalki, can I begin with you?
Yes, of course.
What makes Coimbatore so special? You're from this city.
I
What do
think
you
it's,
love about it?
I think Coimbatore is definitely a very inclusive city. For one thing, its beauty is, of course, its diversity. Beyond the beauty of its nature, the climate, the weather, and of course, all the cuisine that we have, I think it's very embracing. Not just today, for centuries, especially in the last decades, there have been migrations from other states to here. Yet, Coimbatore, I think those people who also came from other communities, other states, other places, they contributed to the growth of Coimbatore also in a tremendous way. So I think the beauty, I believe, is its inclusion and diversity.
Wow. What about you, ma'am? Vanita ma'am, to you, what makes Coimbatore special? Can you give me one memory of yours of Coimbatore? When I say the name or when you consider it to be home, why is that?
Because it's warm. It's not temperature warm.
It is that
the
too.
Emotional warmth.
Yeah.
Right? I think the seed for this status, pride of Tamil Nadu, was sowed by Mother Nature. And Coimbatore is her special child. Because Coimbatore is ensconced in a horseshoe-shaped range of the Western Ghats. So it's kind of embraced by nature. So it's a special child of Mother Nature. That's what I think.
So blessed naturally.
Yes.
But I'm sure the people of Coimbatore also make it very special.
Yes, naturally. We
It's a
drink
given.
that water. Coimbatore is known for its salubrious climate, and then it was known for its sweet Sirvani water. So naturally.
Naturally. Vanati ma'am, you are an MLA from here. You represent the people of Coimbatore. You travel very often to Chennai, my city, to Delhi, which is now unfortunately my city. How would you sell Coimbatore to Delhiites?
So first of all, I would like to thank India Today team for hosting this conclave in our city.
Thank you, ma'am.
As a political representative, as a people representative, it's a great thing to see to that a very big media team is recognizing the potential and the importance of our city. This is how we are selling in Delhi.
Oh, that's
So
a great
one thing that I would like to add, that today one more feather is we are adding in our cap. Mr. C.P. Radhakrishnan, son of this soil, is going to become the Vice President of India. This shows that how the city is nurturing the leadership and its value. And one thing that when we are selling, we can say that this is a place for ease of doing business coupled with easy living.
Easy living.
Yes.
That's true. And you've highlighted an important point also where you say that now we're going to be seeing a vice president from Coimbatore. What makes the people, Shankar, if I can bring you in, what makes the people of Coimbatore so special? I've heard so much about it. You're sitting in Chennai, they'll say the people of Coimbatore are great. We love living in the city because there's a vibe, the people are very sweet. How would I define that?
One evidence might be the event happening here itself is a reason why Coimbatore is relevant, if not important. But I think to define the vibe and through the people, I think one way to look at it is how people from multiple parts of country have come together, and it's a melting pot. There is local ownership, there is heritage history, but we are very future focused. We look in tomorrow. as much as we have pride of the past. I think what is important is the fact that cohesively, maybe there is competition, but there is cohesion. We work together. We have built an ecosystem. And while we say Coimbatore, it's the region. The region itself is entrepreneurial, it's welcoming, it is progressive, and I think it's collaborative. This makes it why all of us, I'm Chennai born, but then naturally I was only born in Chennai. I grew up here, so that makes that vibe special, is because we call it home, not because it's emotional, because it's progressive, it's future focused as well.
I've heard so many great words describing Coimbatore from all of our panelists. Best for last.
Yeah.
You have a way with words, Deepak. I'm
What?
sure most of you know him, recognize him, love him. How would you introduce, let's see it this way, introduce Coimbatore to me, to us here at the India Today Conclave in your own style.
Okay. Pranka. So first of all, I would like to thank India Today for giving me this opportunity. So in RJ style, in Tamil.
RJ style, your style,
Okay.
Tamil, English.
உழைப்புக்கு பேர் போன ஊரு உழைச்சி கலைச்ச ஊரு அப்படின்னு இருக்கக்கூடிய கோயம்புத்தூருக்கு இந்தியா டுடே வந்திருக்கிறாங்க. இன்னைக்கு பயங்கரமா நிகழ்ச்சி போகும் அப்படிங்கறத நம்புவோம். தும்மலம் தான் சைட்ல போய் தும்புவோங்கிறத சொல்லிட்டு நான் ஆர்ஜே தீபக் பேச ஆரம்பிக்கிறேன். அக்ஷிதா வேற ஏதாவது கேளுங்க.
I'm still processing so fast.
Yeah.
What do you love about Coimbatore, Deepak?
First of all, I would like to say that I'm a guy from Chennai. I've been working here for 4.5 years. So I have an incident which happened before 3 years. I was traveling from one place to another. At that time, what happened was I got hit by a car, but the mistake was mine. So the driver just came out, and I was like, okay, I'm dead today. He's gonna scold like anything. And he started scolding. As soon as he started scolding, I just fell in love with that guy.
What?
Because he didn't scold me at all. He was like, ஏன் கண்ணு பார்த்து வரலாம்ல கண்ணு. And I was like, oh my god, what a man he is அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு. And Coimbatore people and their anger is like eating kala katta and curry dosa at the same time. When it gets blend, it's very neutral. I just love that. And the people is what makes Coimbatore a lovely place and a better place, I think. Yeah, that's it.
You know the vibe that Deepak is talking about, Vanati ma'am, I get that from you. Is that the case, that you will kind of be like, "Ye pa, ye ipdi pandra." You'll never scold someone. Is it a problem?
It's our identity. So we can proudly say that even when we are scolding the people, we cannot use the harsh words. It is
Gently
the
scold them.
characteristic of.
Gently scold them. So people in Coimbatore don't lose their temper.
Not really.
Is that my takeaway? Because I won't survive then
It's
here.
very difficult to tell that.
How is that? Kalki, I'm going to get to the controversial bit of Chennai versus Coimbatore. Inevitable, right? I am someone who's from Chennai, loves Chennai, misses Chennai. You get everything in Chennai. You get what Shankar also referred to of people from different parts of the country all coming together, melting pot of sorts. It's still got culture in it. So what makes Coimbatore better than a Chennai?
I think the language, especially Kovai Tamil, as everyone knows it, it's very musical. Apart from that, it actually enters your ears, and then it enters your heart, and then it touches, its nerves.
Can you give me an example? Like a normal line in Tamil, what
like
is
a
Kovai
normal
Tamil?
Kovai Tamil, enna sami, saaptiya kannu, ennada thangam.
Okay, so in Chennai, you'll be like, Sapteya.
Inna, saaptiya, inna. Nashta thuniya, tunutiya, inna. All that, no? Here it is like, inna kannu, saaptiya, thangam, sollu thangam, sami, en sami. All that, especially the older people, they're full of love, and it's lovely to speak to some of the elders, or all of the elders, I would say. Especially I'm from Pollachi. I'm born and brought up in Pollachi. I live in Jaminuttukuli village. So I meet a lot of older senior citizens, whether it's my Whether it's my Ayya or Apata or Amata, or, there's a lot of them. And we have huge respect for elder people here. Huge respect. And the way they respect younger ones is like, Kannu, solunga sami, enga sami poringa, enna venu kannu, vaang tea saputtu polam.
Just calms you down.
It calms you down and it's like makes you totally down like how they are. I mean, in that way, I think people from Coimbatore are monumental because love and respect for a fellow human being is not something they learn. It's something that comes right from their childhood because that is the way Coimbatore, Pollachi, all these regions are. That is the way the entire Coimbatore is. Yeah.
Am I right in saying, Vanita ma'am, that this is a stress-free city? Because it's got a bit of a Cosmo feel also. So it's, a fun blend or mix.
We don't let the stress get to us, right? And when you have a lot of love all around you, stress by and large disappears. We go through the same traffic jams in Coimbatore, but we don't get too stressed. But when we come to Chennai, oh my God, all the choicest of curses come out. So I think it's there in the air. And then I think Coimbatore is a city of courtesy, city of respect. So when you give respect, we get back respect. And that's why people, when they come to Coimbatore, they feel wanted and they say, it's so nice. Just to listen to your language, Vanga, Ponga, and even in messages, phone messages, when you address someone, it's become Inga. Good morning, Inga.
But is that still something that's intact? Because Shankar, you see things change so much, cultures change, language changes. It kind of, it could be modernized or it could be casual. I don't know how to exactly define it, but it changes. And you very often forget what is Kovai Tamil, or you forget what is really a dialect of one part. How is it that Coimbatore has still got it together? Because all of you have given me such fine examples of it.
I think one way to look at it is it's a self-made city. Most things happened by people. So we're very proud of the fact that you can be born in a place that is built out of Coimbatore by a Coimbatore ecosystem and up till almost a crematorium at some point, right? I think people constantly work on reassuring a certain context. Even though we are a place which has constantly educated over 1 million people maybe, people come here for healthcare, for business, to work, multiple things people are constantly moving in. But the welcoming bit, localizing bit, as the speakers have said, is how people behave. There is a certain decorum or context being set. Of course, there are things that need to improve everywhere. It's not that it's a perfect ecosystem. But I think in a changing time, all of us have to work towards it to keep it, as said, respectful, entrepreneurial, and cosmopolitan. There are efforts that all of us do in organizations, in events, in initiatives. We do. In fact, we run a Coimbatore Villa. The core of it is to see how to keep this essence going. That, I think, is an effort which is needed. No place can survive change. And I think in change, we need to also evolve with things. It's not that we have to remain who we are, but we can change in modernity. Maybe the Inga will become something else. It doesn't matter. It's not the language alone. I think language is an expression of who we are or what we want to be. Maybe it will happen in another way. It doesn't matter. I personally think what is important is that we should be cohesive, we should be future focused, and we should have pride on who we are so that we also keep the land and the ecosystem intact, in the sense protected, our nature, as Mrs. Vanita Mohan spoke. I think to be saying beautifully what she said, quintessentially, cradle in the Nilgiris. Right, so we are, I also look at it another way, that we are the first protectors of the problem for the biosphere. Yeah. Right, we stand as a protection, but we can also be a problem. So I think this nature governs us, blesses us, builds us, and the resilience hopefully will take a modern twist, but with some best elements of today.
People are reflective of, I think, the nature around clearly in Coimbatore. I think that's what I also get a sense of when I meet the people here. Deepak, very often Coimbatore is referred to as a retirement paradise. There are a lot of senior citizens come here. Is the city young also? Is the city also young, Deepak? இல்ல தீபக் யங்ஸ்டர்ஸ் கூட இருக்காங்களா கோயம்புத்தூர்ல?
எங்க இங்கிலீஷ் தான் புரியுங்க, நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கல.
ஓஹோ, அந்த சைடுக்கு வந்துட்டு சொல்லிடுறேன்.
Oh, youngsters?
Are youngsters still there? Is city still young?
Okay, so yeah, yes sir. So if you have to find Coimbatore youth வந்து நீங்க பார்க்கணும் அப்படின்னா you have to go to Bangalore. So half of Coimbatore's youth are staying in Bangalore and they are doing great job, I guess. Yeah.
So you are agreeing that it is a senior citizens.
See,
So nobody left
yeah,
here.
exactly. அதுவும் ஒரு ஃபேக்ட் தான். Yeah, senior citizens நிறைய பேர் they are staying here and அவங்களுக்கு ஒரு lovable place தான் கோயம்புத்தூர் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு நான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
So there are no youngsters இங்க.
இருக்காங்க, but they are from Jaipur, Rajasthan.
Come on.
So we have the privilege of accommodating lot of North Indians inside the house, I guess.
இல்ல எங்க போனாலும் இங்க வந்து தான் ஆகணும்.
Yeah.
But why is that?
What?
Ingan, why is everyone leaving? Where are the youngsters of Coimbatore?
Yeah, because lot of other state people are coming here, I guess.
So everyone else is leaving?
Yeah, let's go to other state and let's make that state popular, maybe like that. Yeah, and we have the privilege of accommodating lot of North Indians inside the house. Yeah.
If I can
Shankar.
add, if I can add, and I'm just thinking the kind of education exposure the city gives, the aspiration is wide and large. So naturally, people will migrate for better opportunities, and Coimbatore has to meet the expectation of the young people, and we have to develop a lot more to keep them. But at the same time, I also think we are giving human capital to the nation and the world, which is fine. But as she said right now, one day they will come back. But I also see there are multiple. I mean, I don't think we should look at retirement from that sense. This is still human capital, which
No, I
is
agree. Yeah.
which is strong.
So my only question is, Vanati ma'am, that when these people return, it shouldn't be just to settle down in their 70s because Coimbatore is a beautiful city, because it's got beautiful people. So is there a challenge there in keeping the people, locals, youngsters of Coimbatore based in the city? Are they all leaving?
See, like in many other places, the migration is happening in India. Like in Coimbatore, in other cities also the migration is happening. It's a very normal and natural process. If you could see that a lot of Tamilians are working in Bangalore, vice versa. If we visit the textile units or the garment units in and around Coimbatore, Tirupur, Erode, we could see that a lot of youngsters from central part of Tamil Nadu and southern Tamil Nadu, a lot of youngsters they are working. It is not only the North Indian people. Yes, of course. When it is the city of opportunities and the fastest growing city, the trade is happening in such a speed that no one can ignore Coimbatore. We have to keep it in that sense and mind, and it is a city of everyone. It is a most inclusive city. It's a cosmopolitan, but living in harmony. So that is the speciality of Coimbatore. The tradition, innovation, it is not only that we could say that many such things. What is the speciality of Coimbatore? We can start from textile, motor pumps, jewelry, and then coir, MSME. So we can cite many such examples that how this city is a pride of Tamil Nadu. And when people are saying that the growth or the tax devolution, we can proudly say that we are the largest contributor for the economy of Tamil Nadu. We are the growth engine of Tamil Nadu.
That's amazing. It's a cosmopolitan city. That's very clear. We've seen a lot of growth. There's been a boom in Coimbatore also in the last few years also. There's a lot of focus on the city because of the potential that I'm sure many companies also see in Coimbatore. But let's also talk about the room for improvement. What do you think, Kalki? Where can we make changes perhaps to make Coimbatore an even better city?
I think people are really, people work hard here, but I think they miss something like entertainment, I think. So that is one part that is, I've seen that is missing, especially we need more art galleries here. There's one art gallery, of course, Kasturi Srinivasa Art Gallery. But besides that, I don't think there are many art galleries at all. Because a city that celebrates its artists is something that is one of the finest cities. Like, take, for example, Jaipur or Amsterdam or, New York. I don't think I'm comparing such big cities.
It's
but
great. We
of
should.
course, Coimbatore is also now cosmopolitan. We have got an airport, international airport, and one of the fastest growing cities in India. So I think the finest part of Coimbatore, like, we need art galleries, we need more music schools here, and things like that. That is one sector that we need to improve. Especially, there are lots of youngsters here who need appreciation and opportunities for studying further in art, whether it's painting, fine art, Kuchipudi dance, or Bharatanatyam and all that. We have very limited number of academies. So I would say that we need to concentrate. As Coimbatorians, we're growing up fast, but we also need to take care of our people in the sense that self-care is so important for all of us. But that also includes basking in the beauties of humanity, like art, music, dance, theater. Our city has to be rich in all this. There is a fine line that is missing in Coimbatore in that way, but I see that will also disappear. The kind of fastest growth that we see, that will disappear too in a few years.
Vanita ma'am, what do you think? Areas of concern, do you think there's something that can be bettered in Coimbatore right now? Bad traffic?
Areas of concern, yes. Like Shankar said, Coimbatore is a self-made city. People have made Coimbatore what it is. Sorry, Vaniti ma'am, we've had a lot of support.
She's, I'm sure, taking notes also to ensure that tomorrow she cracks
But
down.
I'm sure she'll agree with that because Coimbatore is a place where people, irrespective of caste, creed, and kind, they come together. Any cause for Coimbatore, they think it's home. There's a sense of belonging in everyone. So I'm part of a NGO, Sirithuli, which is into eco-conservation. And if Sirithuli has been able to make some difference to the city, it is only because of the spirit of Coimbatorians, irrespective of what they are and who they are. So it's a very, very tight-knit city. People come together. But areas of concern, yes, the city is growing. A lot of IT and AI is all set to come to Coimbatore. But having said that, are we ready to accommodate so many people, accommodate so many industries? Is an area of concern because we need water. We need space for children to grow up. That is an area of great concern. So we need more open spaces. And we also need better infrastructure, which is what we are working with. And Vaniti ma'am has been very supportive. So we are confident that we'll be able to do it. Because it is the people of, I'm sure a lot of them are sitting here, and all of them in their own small or big way, they have contributed to make the city what it is today.
Okay, so infrastructure definitely is something that we can focus on. I think that's the case, unfortunately, in every city in the country.
No, but that's something that people need to focus on. Planners have to focus on how do you take the city to the next level, because you don't want to be bursting in your seams.
Very true.
And then the stress will come.
And I think Coimbatore can learn before it's too late from many other cities
Yes.
where it's too late right now.
Yeah.
Shankar, what do you think?
I agree with the infrastructure bit. We all face it. We never used to plan how, like other cities. Now in Coimbatore also we plan to get to places. It takes time. But since we are so entrepreneurial, our DNA, our culture, I think I work in education with young people. It's very important that the young people are constantly thinking about how, of course, they should be successful, but they should also create. They should innovate. They should start businesses, manufacture. We cannot be an economy. We cannot be a services economy alone. We need hardcore manufacturing, development of products, design, and multiple other things. And Coimbatore has families here or businesses which are at least 3-4 generations with international partnerships, right? So we have to build this sense of pride of saying, I will build. And for that, we have to welcome people from everywhere. Human capital is much more needed because a product made in Coimbatore or Pune or Bombay or Gurgaon is not going to get differentiated, but for which we need human capital from around the country and the world. Thankfully, we have many over 100 European and American companies here, but we need this at a much larger level. So the spirit of enterprise, the aggression to grow, but with a balance of who we are and what we want to stay. I think my qualms or suggestions or worry is that we shouldn't become comfortable, we shouldn't become sort of homely. We should have that aspiration and entrepreneurship in us to keep growing.
Vanati ma'am, what's your vision for Coimbatore? And you've taken note, I'm sure, of what everyone has said. What do you think is a concern area that you want to address in the city?
Yes, of course, as for any growing city, that in terms of infrastructure, we need the larger vision. And of course, we lack in a full-fledged airport, and now we are expecting the metro, Coimbatore metro. In terms of infrastructure, yes, a lot to be done, and along with the various associations. So one thing that I'm very happy about it, that Coimbatore NGOs, they are more than the political parties, they are voicing for us.
That's
because
great.
Yes, it is a really a great thing. It is not only in terms of, representing before the policy makers. If you could see that the number of NGOs working in a different spheres, whether it is for Sirutuli, for the water bodies, and we could see that many such example of, particularly during the Corona period. It is not only that they have supported the city of Coimbatore. In fact, the Coimbatore people have supported in terms of the clothes or medicine to various other cities in Tamil Nadu. So the Coimbatore itself is a brand that I would like to see that in all over India, wherever we go, that I want to carry that message. Yes, there is a place, as I said earlier, okay, that is of doing business as well as live your life peacefully.
It's that perfect blend that
Yes.
we've been talking about.
Yes.
It stays that way,
Yes,
essentially.
and here the one more thing that I would like to add. Here, the people are not only hardworking, sincere, and loving, and gentle, and more than that, they are wise. Yes, I am one of that example that they have elected me, a humble political activist,
Very, very wise.
rather than choosing a glamorous superstar. So I must be thankful for my city for having that wisdom in choosing their
Very,
representative.
very good answer, ma'am. Very good answer. Deepak, what is, Vanita ma'am made a mention of it, of the Coimbatore spirit. What
Yeah.
is the Coimbatore spirit?
Coimbatore spirit abdina keta. Coimbatore is a city which bounces back in every situation. It may be anything. Even if a scam happens here, they'll bounce back again. Yeah. So anything happens, Coimbatore is a city with a lot of willpower and a lot of other things too. Yeah.
So resilience.
Yeah,
You'll
exactly.
stand together and you'll fight back whatever
Yeah,
it is.
exactly.
I've got last few seconds and I've got just about a few hours left in the city of Coimbatore. I want a recommendation from each of you on, it could be a place I should visit, it could be something I should eat, but not Annapurna, please, because I've heard that before. A different place, yeah, Kalki, if we can go in the same order. Kalki with you. Okay, let's keep it specific. Food that I should try that I don't hear of. Dosas from Annapurna I've tried, that's a tick. So besides that.
Besides that, there is Pallipalayam chicken and, if you're a non-veg eater, then we have so many items, especially the village cuisine is something you should definitely try. Beyond tasting, of course, Annapurna or, Krishna Mysore Pa, which is all beautiful and very delicacies and all that. Try something in the village. And that is a very different taste, that authenticity. It is blended with love, culture, history, and all that. So I would suggest you get into a village and try something different. But I would say for me, the speciality of Coimbatore is also one of the pride of Coimbatore itself and of Tamil Nadu is Coimbatore is not just a city alone. It's so many villages surrounded by so many other small cities also, small towns also, like Pollachi. Pollachi is a very beautiful, I'm born there, so I'm very proud of my place. I mean, we have thousands and thousands of acres of coconut farms. The major industry and the livelihood for our people are coconuts. So we make, apart from the coconut oil, coconut powder, coir, and the pith, and apart from that, there are so many things. Now, as a transgender community, we also found an opportunity for livelihood with the coconut shells. So there's a new project that we are going to launch from our community, from our NGO. So I think when you talk about Pollachi is something you should try because we have waterfalls, we have dams, we have rivers, springs, beautiful coconut farms, paddy fields, and the climate and weather is something that makes itself a pride to Coimbatore and a pride to Tamil Nadu itself.
Okay. Vanita ma'am, what would you recommend for anyone visiting Coimbatore?
You must try this Mansatti Samayal.
The what?
Mansatti Samayal.
Mansatti Samayal.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's awesome.
You get a very earthen taste, I'm sure.
Yes. And made from a mother's hand. Amma Vittu Samayal. So you have that and you will never go back to Chennai.
Wow. I'll never go back to Chennai. Tough one, but okay. Well, maybe I'll get that in Chennai. That's the greatness of Chennai. I'm yet to be sold. But Vanati ma'am, your recommendation.
See, so you are very particular about only the restaurants? Or you must taste the arasi parupu sadam. Arasiyum parupu சாப்பிடாம நீங்க கோயம்புத்தூர் விட்டு போக கூடாது. I am recommending. Okay. So that is one of the signature dish of our Congo region. Okay. So in any house, okay, and in some of the restaurant also they are serving it. But that is the one dish that I would.
Simple but the best.
Yes.
Like Coimbatore.
Thank you.
Shankar, your recommendation.
Since the India Today team has a banter about Tamil Nadu sambar or Karnataka sambar or what happens, I will bring it back to saying Coimbatore sambar is lovely. We have our version of it and please come home to have it while our messes in Coimbatore are beautiful. There are many messes. I like Achi mess and everybody. I'm vegetarian, so there are multiple people who like multiple messes. But I think coming home to have a nice meal, each one of us might like something. But certainly for me, the sambar here matters. And it wins over both from a Tamil Nadu Chennai sambar to Bangalore. We say we are somewhere different in there.
Let's make it more divisive. Let's make it Chennai, Madurai, Coimbatore sambar now. I'll get into serious trouble. Deepak, your recommendation.
Jeeraga Samba biryani, அரிசி பருப்பு சாதம், பள்ளிப்பாளையம் சிக்கன் எல்லாமே ஆல்ரெடி சொல்லிட்டாங்க. இதுதான் கடைசி உட்கார கூடாதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன் நான். And apart from that, a place to visit maybe obviously இங்க இருந்து நிறைய பேர் ஊட்டி போய் டீ குடிப்பாங்க. Just try that, it will be very good. In Barliar especially there is a bhaji shop. Just go and say my name. They'll ask who's that guy. So cool. Just have something and come, it will be very good. Just try it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I think one point we can all agree on, forget Chennai versus Coimbatore, all of that. Tamil Nadu dosa sambar is the best. Over Karnataka. I've got the support I needed for that as I wrap up this particular session and we wrap up the conclave. Thank you all so much. Thank you for giving us a glimpse of what makes Coimbatore so beautiful, and to all of you, because we have had a beautiful time here in this city. We definitely plan on coming back, so I can also tick off all of the items that you've told me. But thank you so much for joining us here. Thank you.